Thanks for tuning in to Twisted News. I'm Andrew Fitzgerald, and right here, every single week, we're bringing you the scariest and coolest stories all around that you need to know about. Today, we're looking at an insane discovery from our ancient past, because recently, out under the thick and lush Amazon basin forest, scientists discovered a hidden 6-story high pyramid. We'll also look into a case where a creepy guy was seen wandering around a campsite, and that story turned into the popular murder case known as the Moab Murders in Utah. We'll dig into that, as well as the recently named suspect in that case. And now, get ready for Scary Mysteries Twisted News. Number 1. 6-story high pyramid found in the rainforest. Studies of ancient civilizations will always be something worth learning more about. The interest in the different ways of life, cultures, and surroundings of the peoples from way back when will never cease, because we'll always be curious about where we've come from. There's always something worth discovering, especially now that technology has been offering better means to study the surroundings, even from the past. Recently, on May 25th of 2022, a paper about research on the southwest corner of the Amazon basin, also called the Bolivian Amazon, came out. Archaeologists revealed that about 1,500 years ago, ancient Amazonians lived beneath the forest. However, the surroundings that they lived in weren't exactly what the researchers expected. Using remote sensing technology called LiDAR, which stands for light detection and ranging, archaeologists were able to determine that a hidden, luscious area in the Amazon basin was actually ancient urban settlements that stretched for about 80 square miles in totality. The centers had elevated roadways, rectangular platform molds, and pyramids that rose to about 6 stories high, or about 22 meters, all made from the earth. The technology used by researchers is a laser technology that examines the Earth's surface. With the accurate data this technology collects, scientists and researchers can study a location, understand its environment, and determine its natural and man-made features. This is usually used when scoping an area for mapping or for understanding its characteristics. Through LiDAR, archaeologists were able to determine that these urban settlements deep in the Amazon were built and inhabited by an indigenous population that lived in the rainforest from about 500 to 1400 AD, and they were called the Kasarab cultures. Aside from the pyramids and roadways, archaeologists were also able to identify canals, causeways, ramparts, and buildings, which were meticulously designed. Archaeologists cited that the way that these were built most likely showed the cosmological worldview of the Kasarab cultures. This mind-blowing discovery is currently considered the first clear evidence of urban societies that lived in that corner of the Amazon basin, according to archaeologist Jonas Gregorio de Sousa from the Pompeu Fabra University, located in Barcelona, Spain. This new information changes the way that we look at the Amazon rainforest, but still, various questions remain. Researchers are trying to understand why these settlements were abandoned after being inhabited for about 900 years. According to radiocarbon dating, the Kasarab vanished at around 1400 AD, and incidentally, it was also around that same time when these urban settlements were abandoned. One of the team members and authors of the research paper published in Nature.com from archaeologist Heiko Prumers from the German Archaeological Institute speculated that a major change in the environment might have caused the civilization to leave the settlements. The speculation was based on the images provided by the LiDAR. According to the images, the area wasn't always moist, which would prove problematic for any civilization that needed agriculture to thrive. However, also from the same data, the archaeologists cited that maize or corn was continuously grown in the area, even dating back thousands of years. Right now, they know where to look, but providing a definite reason as to why they abandoned the settlements is unknown. Because of the lush, thick jungle, it almost became impossible to stumble upon this amazing discovery. And it was through LiDAR that we were once again reintroduced to another perspective of the ancient world. And it just goes to show that there's a huge possibility that there are still many places on Earth yet to be discovered, which could greatly change the way we see not just our ancestors, but ourselves. Number 2, Moab Murders. On this channel, we've tackled numerous times about how guilt and/or justice, in case they are psychopaths and are incapable of feeling remorse, catches up on people who've committed horrible crimes. Even in cold cases, when suspects manage to evade getting incarcerated, somehow fate still finds its way to get back at them, and this seems to be the case for this story. In August of 2021, lesbian couple Kylan Schultz and Crystal Turner were staying at a campsite in Moab, Utah, in their van turned camper. They'd only gotten married in April that same year, but they seemed to be enjoying their stay in their camper van. According to family and friends, they would spend their nights there, and in the mornings, they'd go to work. However, on August 13, 2021, when they were last seen alive, 24-year-old Kylan and 38-year-old Crystal drove a Harley-Davidson motorcycle to a McDonald's in town. They parked there to transfer into a car to get back to their campsite. In surveillance footage, they were also documented at Woody's Tavern, which was also located in downtown Moab. A personal investigator hired by Kylan's father later noted that the couple parking their motorcycle in an open parking space and not a garage could only mean that they intended to return soon. Sadly, though, that never happened. Nobody saw the couple again in the next few days. When they missed going to work, and without anyone hearing from them, their family and friends started to worry. One of the couple's friends, Cindy Hunter, received a phone call from Kylan's father in Montana, informing her of something that the couple disclosed to him. The pair told him about a creepy dude lurking around their campsite, which made them scared. Because of this, the couple decided to move their camp elsewhere. And apparently the same statement was also shared by Kylan and Crystal to friends they met at a local grill restaurant where they were last seen. On August 18th, Cindy was able to locate the couple's campsite in the LaSalle Mountains. While on the phone with Mr. Schultz and looking around the creek near the campsite, she then stumbled upon Kylan's lifeless body in the area. Out of fear, she left to call the police without locating Crystal's body, and it was the investigators who located her near Kylan, and both of them were undressed from the waist down and had succumbed to multiple gunshot wounds to their bodies. Police had several persons of interest during their investigation, but they weren't able to name an actual suspect for the crime, not until 9 months later. So in May of 2022, police identified 45-year-old drifter, a man named Adam Penkusewicz, as the suspect in the murders of Kylan and Crystal. Adam was a co-worker of Crystal at McDonald's and was known to harbor animosity towards the couple. He was one of the individuals the police were interested in talking to regarding the murders. In November of 2021, another co-worker of Crystal and Adam talked about the man's issues with other employees being lesbians. He even had issue with the restaurant's manager, who Adam thought was being unfair towards him, and was always siding with Crystal because she was also in a same-sex relationship. However, shortly after the murders took place, Adam fled Utah. He left behind his job and even his paycheck. No one knew where he'd gone, but this made him look even more suspicious to the police and his coworkers. Despite not being able to locate Adam, the police were able to interview a witness who claimed that Adam had confessed to them what he had done. This unidentified witness also shared information provided to them by Adam, which was not released publicly. This led authorities to point their finger at Adam. However, the private investigator hired by Mr. Schultz was not wholly convinced that Adam and the campsite creeper were the same person. He said that it was odd for Crystal and Kylene to not say it was Adam if he was the creeper, and the PI speculated that it could be a coincidence that Adam fled the state after the murders. But in May of 2022, police revealed that Adam had committed suicide shortly after leaving the state. The whereabouts of his remains and his vehicle, as well as further details regarding his suicide, have not been released by the police. In a statement, they said these details shall be withheld from the public while Adam's remains and his getaway vehicle are still being investigated. Please do subscribe if you enjoyed this video and check out some of our other Twisted News videos over here on the right. Thanks for tuning in today. I'll see you very soon.